Howdy folks, Max Caveman here, bringing you to my plans for Paldea Evolved. So, I'm still fairly new about what I'm trying to discuss, what I'm after, if that makes sense. But today I'm going to be looking through this player's guide, and just having a quick look at what I would be looking for. So first off, you get these in all the Elite Trainer boxes, so if you are curious where to get these from, that's just where. But let's just have a quick look. Now, I'm grateful that they do stuff like this, where they go, okay, this is like sort of like strategies and stuff. Now, what I am looking for, having seen some of these cards, is these Paldean Tauroses are actually quite good, so I am keeping an eye out for those. It's like Poison comes back fairly well with Clodsire, which is great to see. Just a few little small things. A bit disappointing here. It shows the evolution line for Annihilate EX. This is the only printing, or only card of Annihilate in this set. The basic EX is in a previous, it's in a collection box. But this is fairly useful. I'm seeing a few of the key cards. A big one is going to be that Spiritomb, I feel like. But Garganical is a big thing, and the Palapa and Squawkabilly are going to be quite generic cards that you could easily just run a small engine for them. Definitely, Palapa is amazing. I played it at a couple of pre-release events, and just being able to guarantee your supporters, regardless of where they are, is just so essential. I would love to have a small Palapa engine in nearly any deck that I play. So I probably won't, but it's just that good, just being able to guarantee those cards. But from this point on in the book, we do go into the deck styles. Interesting, they give you a deck list, a deck idea for most of the EXs. I believe that's the primary plan here. This is going to be the potential Tier 1 deck. They call it Hail's Fall. Being able to search energy from Shein Power and then attach it with Excalibur. Really devastating way to just surge energy out of the deck. So definitely going to be a deck that a lot of people play. Just a couple of more small ideas. This one is actually quite good. Iono and Wo-Chien with Fortress EX. Fortress has a self-KOing effect, ability to attach energy, so you use that ability to then attach all the energy you need onto the Wo-Chien, and then use Iono to limit the number of cards in your opponent's hand. So definitely a strategy that might see play. I'm tempted to play it. Just need to basically pull the cards. A couple of small things, and here's our new multi-name attackers with the United Wings. I wish this is not the last we see of United Wings for this rotation regulation mark. United Wings is a attack that does 20 damage per card in the discard with United Wings as in its attack. So at the moment there are 12 possible cards that can be in the discard. Well, I say that there's only these three: the Wattrel, Murkrow, and Flamigo. So you kind of have to have at least 8 of any of these cards in there. So it's a bit slow potentially, but I think it will be quite good. Now, big thing, we have Boss's Orders at a consistent rarity. That is a big thing. I feel like I need 100 of these, but just being able to get consistent access to Boss's Orders is going to be brilliant from this set. Other big cards I feel like, you got Clavel to guarantee your basics, low level basics for evolution stuff. Grusha could be interesting, being able to draw up to 5, but if you have no energy, you draw up to 7 instead. So could be interesting, but it's a little bit hit and miss. It does get a bit outshadowed by another card in the set, which I should come up on the next page. Iono, perfect, a new Mani / reset stamp fusion. Shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of the deck, and then you draw to the remaining prize cards you have. So I think Iono is going to definitely be a staple in most decks. Oh, it's not on here, it seems, but the supporter that I was alluding to is Dendra. Dendra is definitely going to see more play than Grusha. Dendra, put a card from your hand onto the bottom of the deck, then draw up to 5 cards. So you can't just play Dendra, you've got to have 2 cards in total to activate it. So it is limited where you can't activate it as the only card in your hand, but most of the time you should at least have 2 cards in hand, hopefully. Just a couple of the key item cards that are going to see a fair bit of play. But moving on to the cards itself, due to the quantity of the stuff that the packs I'm going to be opening, I should get most of the more basic Pokemon. The only ones that I won't get and will have to try and get are the EXs. So the main ones that I'm looking for are maybe a couple of Fortress EX, the Wochien. We'll then go over to the Fires with the Skeledirge and Shiyu. I think these could be rather interesting Pokemon to deal with. Is a little bit finicky, but as is most decks really. The big cards are going to be in the water section, it feels like, for the set, with those being the Baxcalibur line and Xian Pao. So those are going to be some cards that most people are looking for. However, I have playsets of the Baxcalibur line from all the build and battle kits. Fantastic way to get it. The only thing you'll be looking for is the other Frigibax if you want to run it over the one in the build and battle kit. I already have a couple copies of Xian Pao, so that's a bit of a low priority for me. Definitely kind of want some more electric types, but one of the big things for me is going to be the psychics. So in the Elite Trainer box opening I just did, I pulled out these 3 cards, and I'm going to try and build a deck around these and Houndstone from the previous set, and it's mainly focusing on the Revival Blessing attack from Rabscar, which allows you to put a Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. So you can put your stage 2s straight onto the bench using Rabscar so long as it's in the discard, and it is a colorless energy, so it works a bit better because the Relor that it needs to evolve from is a grass type. So there's a few more of these that I feel like could be useful for the deck, so trying to get some of those. Would love to finally build a fighting deck. with Garganical, maybe Tinglu as some of the big things. So that is that. But primarily for Pokemon, it's trying to get playsets of all the EXs. I would say that I'm after Calamitous Wasteland, but I got all my most of what I'm after already. There's the Dendra. Probably need quite a few copies of that. But then, what I mainly look for are the art cards. So we got all the illustration cards from the set. I do have a few already, which is great to see. But that is the main thing. The main one that I personally would be wanting to get is the entire Baxcalibur line. I love the artist. That's Tomokazu Kamiya. I probably mispronounced that, but I love their art style. So getting the full line would be quite good. I do already have one from a Build and Battle kit, so that's good. But these are going to be my primary targets. These arts. Moving on, you do get the full arts. I'm less worried about these. The full arts up until the Giacomo here. Then we go on to more of the special illustration or artist. What is the exact name again? So, it's special illustration rares. These are going to be the big cards that a lot of people are looking for. You do tend to get one of these per booster box, if it's like Scarlet and Violet base. And then the two main chase cards that people are going to be wanting are going to be these two, and the Xianpao. So Xianpao, Dendra, and Iono. Definitely the big things. Then we do go into the gold or hyper rare cards. I'm usually not fussed about hyper rare cards. People are. I personally play at the low rarity end. The highest I usually go for a card would be the reverse holo of it, instead of like art cards. I do love that you do know where all the promo cards come from, which is great. But that wraps up the book. So after having a look through that, my primary goal is to build this deck, because I think this could be good, because the Rabs card gets you any Pokemon onto the bench, and then both of these deal with Vs, and then the Mimikyu deals with EXs in various ways. So, could be a very interesting build that I'll have to work on, but that is for the future. That being said, hopefully you liked my little go through of this set. I am going to be spending quite a while opening up my case, so I will get to that very shortly. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully I get to see you for my case break. But if you don't, hopefully your Paldea Evolved pools are great for you, whatever you're searching for. But until then, or until next time, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See ya.